GearNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the GERE Radio Network.
So, Fat Man.
I hear a bit. Are you a bitch? Is this a bitch talking?
You must have one hell of an echo in your ear.
No. I'm not the one with the ponytail.
Yeah, so?
I'm not the one with the I am the one that blew out his back, though. So, surprise, surprise.
Again? Motherfucker.
Vintage Fat Man has struck again.
Well, at least you didn't have to, walk Marty Jannetty to a passable tag team match.
No, that's some 16-year-old girl he's trying to get with on Facebook.
Ooh. Well, let's talk more about that on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Blue Smock Nancy, they're awesome. They let us use that wonderful song, Unsettling Differences. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify. I can't speak today.
When can you speak? You sleazy every fucking show.
Yeah, I know. But this time around, it's been worse. I don't know why. Probably because we're actually recording for the first time in 2 weeks. There's a point where we were recording a show every day for a while. Every free day, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, how's your quarantine been going? Oh, by the way, thank you for the PlayStation 3.
Oh, you're welcome.
I am loving it. The hard drive is a little on the low side.
What is it?
It's like the 125 gig. That bitch is already filled up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
So, well, thank you for that. Good seeing you for literally about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Standing 6 feet apart. Like, yep. Here you go. I'm going to put this in the middle of the room, and then I'm going to walk away, and then you can have it.
Right. And then you've been working from home?
Yep, still working from home. Wife's still working from home.
I have not been working from home. We have been getting record sales at my store, so yeah, nice little.
Are you the reason why the cops had to be called all weekend long at Ontario Beach Park? I
mean, we're not the only liquor store open.
Yeah.
But it's probably our customers, yes.
It's not that far over there, I guess.
All right,
yeah.
So we got a request to do a watch along, and it's a strange one.
Yeah, it was an interesting request. It is the January 10th, 1994 Raw. When I first heard the request, I was like, what's so special?
I guess it's the 1 year anniversary of Raw. Normally, I would do these watch along notes, have tons of pages. This show was only 46 minutes and 59 seconds on the WWE Network. I just threw up my hands and went, fuck it. I'm going to sleazy it today.
Sweet. This is going to be great then. My real question is that Raws weren't that short back then, were they?
Yes, they were only an hour long.
They were only an hour long? Wow. Mm-hmm. I don't remember it. Mainly because that 93, 94 is really when we didn't have USA for some reason. I don't know why we didn't have USA, but we didn't have USA in the house. I think it's because we didn't have we had like TNT, but we didn't have USA for some reason. I can't ever. That's interesting because I don't remember why that was the case. But welcome to Time Warner, right? Back then.
All right, so I guess everyone fire up the WWE Network, go to Raw, go to 1994, and go all the way to the end. It's the second Raw of the year, January 10th, 1994. Like I said, 46 minutes and 59 seconds. I guess when I say play, we're going to hit play. Sleazy, are you ready?
Yes, maybe. No, wait. Are you too old for this shit?
3, 2, 1, play.
So good news is I changed out my computer. So now I'm actually running the show on the same...
2 weeks ago.
What the hell happened 2 weeks ago?
Something happened. Marty Jannetty tries to get with a 16-year-old girl.
I wouldn't talk about Sean Waltman like that. But why not?
What the hell? Is that a future ROH world champion I see?
Johnny Polo? Yeah.
No. Something happened. That is Johnny Polo.
Yeah.
Then last Monday, Marty Jannetty shows up with a 1, 2, 3 kid and goes,
Johnny
"Hey man, I hear
Polo?
your mom's hot. Does she have a daughter?" Means yes. Do you have a sister? If you're not, I'll slap the shit out of you.
How well did this go?
I'm not sure.
What about me? What about
What?
Johnny Polo?
You a bitch.
I can take the 1, 2, 3 kid. Wasn't he a face at this point? It's kind of a heelish sign. Well, they're facing the Quebecers, so obviously they're faces. They have to be faces.
This event took place from the...
So the sad part is I can't hear the promo because obviously it's on mute for me. So it's like watching Raven talk about nothing.
Essentially, it's like they're talking Canadian. That's all you need to know.
Nice to know.
So this event took place from the Smelling Moon Coliseum.
The fuck?
SMELLING. That's smelling, right?
Yeah, that's smelling.
Smelling Moon Coliseum in Richmond, Virginia.
Wow.
This was the first of 3 consecutive Raws that were taped there.
Okay.
Because Raw was obviously by 1 week and taped.
So obviously I don't remember.
It says Richmond Coliseum, but I don't. It might be the Richmond Coliseum, actually.
It might now be the Smelling blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Coliseum, but back then it was still Richmond. It's Macho Man Randy Savage.
I was going to say brother. Oh, I forgot Raw had a ring girl back then.
So let's talk a little bit about Raw. What was Raw at this point? You said it was an hour long, obviously. I don't remember them ever being an hour long, so I must have come in a lot later than this. Probably when they went to the War Zone and Raw's War thing.
Probably. So we have to tag team.
This is a great fucking matchup here.
Oh God. As far as I know, this is not the Richmond Coliseum.
So they just claimed it was the Richmond Coliseum without it being it?
They probably didn't want to call it the Smelling Moon Coliseum.
Really? You don't say.
Because I'm looking up the history of the Richmond Coliseum, and it's always been called the Richmond Coliseum.
Interesting. Maybe they wanted to bill it as the Richmond Coliseum to claim that they're drawing bigger than they were?
Maybe.
That sounds very Vince-ish.
It does.
So we have
we're opening with a tag title match. Oh, there's Finkel. I miss Fink.
Jesus Christ. So we got Jacques Rougeau, who trained Kevin Steen and a former Ring of Honor world champion in PCO and a former WCW U.S. champ? Or was he television champ?
U.S. champ. Also former ECW world champion. Also former
Hardcore
NWA
champion.
World's Heavyweight champion.
Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Yes.
But most importantly, his only title in WWE was the Hardcore Championship, if I remember correctly.
I think you are remembering correct, sir.
I don't think he won a tag title.
I don't believe he did either.
So Can we just talk about the fact that Marty Jannetty is the Jannetty of this team? One of these two had a Hall of Fame career, and the other one was still Marty Jannetty.
Yep.
Oh, God. I assume... let's see. Okay, so at this point, Sean still has... Well, he grew his eyebrows back.
Huh?
When he won against Razor Ramon, apparently he got ribbed in the back beforehand, and they shaved off his eyebrows. Honestly.
That was like in May of '93, bro.
Right, that was like a year ago. He's a 1-2-3 kid by now, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, victory roll! Almost won the title.
Did he though? Was it really that close?
No.
So, Johnny Polo has a polo hammer, okay? But isn't Polo on horseback, right?
Sure. I'm assuming.
It is. So, my next question is, why is his polo hammer so short?
Because that's not what he uses. He uses his dick. Oh, nice little roll up there.
This is all of Marty Jannetty's offense is roll-ups.
Okay. Serial question, bro.
Okay.
Does Marty Jannetty belong in the Hall of Fame?
Ooh. Wow. I would say yes with an asterisk.
What's the asterisk? Asterisk.
Yeah.
What the hell?
He
just
gets
like, I kick you. I try to kick you.
as part of the Rockers.
Okay. Yep, we agree. I want to call that an asterisk, but
I mean, he nobody's inducting Marty Jannetty as Marty Jannetty. Okay.
True.
I dare say that of the two members of that team, Sean Waltman should be considered.
Sean Waltman's actually a 2-time Hall of Famer.
He is, but he's only 2-time Hall of Famer because he was factioned with it.
Yes. And by the way, he does not belong with the NWO in that Hall of Fame.
Hell no.
Just to be clear on that.
Yeah. Honestly, he should be in as himself rather than as part of the...
No, he should be in DX, I think.
Well, I think he did enough. I think he's done enough even outside of DX that I would say he deserves it on his own. He really does.
Nope.
I think so.
Nope.
Well, he certainly doesn't deserve to be a 2-timer with the NWO.
No, I agree with that. But I don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame, but once with DX.
Okay. Fair point. He certainly shouldn't be a 2-timer, right?
Hell no.
There are guys that are never going in that Hall of Fame.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah. Well, Owen Hart.
I still got to watch that.
I have not. So many people have commented on after watching it that they agree with Martha Hart and completely have changed their thought process on why he shouldn't be part of the Hall of Fame. So I'm going to be very interested to watch that episode. I've been way behind on the Dark Side of the Ring in general, mainly because I've been waiting for the entire season to drop so I could just watch it all. Because I know I'm going to start one. I'm going to do.
They're on YouTube like the next day, so that's what I normally do.
Yeah, they are. But I just want to just sit down and watch all of them one after another. It's the same thing with the Taker documentary. I don't want to. I want to wait till they're all out and then just watch them all at the same time because I know once I start, I won't be able to stop, and I'll be very upset.
Oh, okay. That's kind of what I did, or not kind of. That's what I did with The Last Dance on ESPN.
How was that, by the way?
It was.
And by the way, what an elevated drop kick, Mr. Hot Fire here.
What are you eating?
I'm actually drinking water.
Bullshit.
I will take a picture of it.
Bullshit.
Let's see how quickly I can Photoshop something here. Okay, Photoshop. For once, I am not lying.
Is there ice in it?
A lot of ice.
So then you're drinking ice water, not water, so you a lie.
You're right. No, I'm not giving you a picture.
I'm drinking Gatorade Zero.
Ooh.
The Glacier Freeze, because for some reason, I just wanted to drink Glacier's fucking semen, I guess.
Okay.
Ha-ha! So, I haven't been sleeping well because I blew up my back. So, I've been putting on old WCW, like 2000. And they did a promo for Glacier Returns.
Ooh.
He never returned.
Spoiler, he never returns.
Spoiler, he never returns. I was like... And I also watched the Nitro from April 2000 that was in Rochester.
Ooh.
That show actually wasn't bad. For a 2000 WCW show. Let me preface this with
what was the main event?
It was a co-main event.
Of course it was. What the hell's going on our screen here?
I have no clue. Steel cage match for the WCW World Title.
Of course it was.
Jeff Jarrett defends against DDP. And then a first blood match between Sting and Vampiro.
Oh, so this was like the New Blood storyline?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, J.A. Did they win the tag titles?
They won the tag titles!
And I missed it. Wait, there's another referee in the ring. What's going on?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Was anybody paying attention?
A dusty finish?
Of course it's a dusty finish. It's the only match on the night. And we're back.
That was a quick cut job. What the fuck? There's like two. What the hell's going on?
So we're
so confused.
Like not as confused as Janetti is right now. Janetti's like, where's the cocaine?
Pretty much. So there was like two referees, and there was all mayhem in the ring, and then Coliseum video cut. Oh, Coliseum video cut job, and now we're back to quote live action.
It wasn't live even when it was live.
This episode may have been live because it was the first in the building.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
The hell is that? My cat's being an idiot.
Well, okay.
Kick, punch.
He's the 1, 2, 3 kid. That's all he does.
Jock's getting a little balled up there.
A little?
Just a little.
They're not quite Hulk Hogan yet, but you know.
Okay, just train Kevin Steen and make him wrestle the same match against the same opponent for a year.
But first, tell him to go home and start bumping.
Jesus Christ. Stay tuned till after this watch-along, folks. We're covering another show, but not as a watch-along.
Really? That's news to me.
Is it news to you?
No, it isn't.
Well, you want to get up here, Cat. Come on.
You fucking...
Oh, he's choking him with the tag rope. What a heel. He's not supposed to do that.
It's because he's Canadian. He thought it was in the rules.
Oh, these are Canadian rules matches?
Yes.
God damn it, Cat. Get off in front of my TV. Come on, get down, you fucker.
These are the type... Well,
he's like, you're not paying attention to me.
These are the type of Canadians that think Queen King Ace Deuce 3 is a straight.
Oh, we're playing Canadian poker, eh?
Oh, they are. Look at this tag team work.
Oh, double T. Whoa, he pulled the hair, ref. He slammed his own partner.
Get him out of the ring.
Oh, and what? I'll say what?
Mid count? Go fuck yourself. What in the fuck was that?
Vince is probably having an aneurysm.
Goddamn, pal. Why would you cut away from that, Kevin? Somebody needs to get some ears in the truck. See what the hell's going on.
Oh.
1994 call. They want their wrestling back.
He just back. What the fuck? He body slams him and then back body drops him.
I love the fact that when you do it to your own partner, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
These Quebecers.
God damn it. They're not even like the good Canadians, if there ever is one. They're from Quebec. They're the stupid ass Canadians.
Okay.
Was that like a high-low?
Kind of. It was like
looked like a high-low.
It was more of an STO-ish thing, but I guess it was.
Does PCO still have two eyes here? Or is he blind in one eye?
Well, he can't see out of the other one, that's for damn sure.
Okay, that means he's blind in one eye.
What the hell's on Jannetty's back?
Oh, I have no clue.
Wow.
What an elbow drop. Man, I wish we had the guy's name who picked us, who wanted us to watch this.
I can find it.
Because that's how awesome we are. We just said, hey, we have a fan request, but fuck his name. What the hell?
Don't give me stuff. What the fuck? What is this shit?
They're going for the cannonball. Oh, they're holding hands.
Aw. Is this their finish?
Yep, that's their finish.
On Jannetty, no less.
That's not Jannetty.
Oh, I'm sorry. They look the same.
You fucking racist.
Sorry, I'm trying to look up the guy's name here.
They're all American boys. Oh, wait, that's the Rougeos. Only one of them's a Rougeau. Oh, they're going to do it again. My cat is literally doing pull-ups at my door. Oh, no, Jannetty's in.
Wait, I thought this was done. What the hell? Pull him over to your side. What the fuck are you doing? If you're going to cheat, you might as well cheat.
Jannetty's had enough. That's why he's the Jannetty of the group. Come on.
Exactly. This watch along was from Nick. Oh my God. I'm sorry for butchering your name. It's Nick Opalewski. Opalewski.
How many Polacks does it take to change a light bulb?
I don't know, but considering I'm Polish, this is problematic.
Oh, you're not Polish. You just a bitch.
Noak is Polish for Smith.
You're Pol bitch. What the hell is Raven doing? Double noggin knocker.
Oh, and Raven's down.
Well, for a rich guy, he dresses pretty shitty. The hell is
what about him? What about Raven?
We got no tag team champion.
Oh my God.
That was so Raven.
Yeah. Wow.
What the hell? Savage just bum rushed him.
Savage is like, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched in the history of watching.
He's like, take the belts and run.
Yeah.
Marty Jannetty finally wins a tag title. With the wrong Sean. With the wrong Sean.
Well, you know, it could have been worse.
Were they pulling the DDP and going through the crowd? Oh, I know why.
Because they're the best.
Because you know what Shenani's looking for.
Oh, boy.
Huh?
So, here we go. Ready? They win the titles here.
They lose them the next week.
They lose them 7 days later at MSG and a non-televised event.
Oh. What the hell? They're sucking each other's dicks.
Yeah, boy. So if you watch the 94 Rumble, the finish was aired on there, but it didn't actually, it wasn't on a Raw. It wasn't anything else. So it was a 7-day bullshit thing. So
oh my God, it's JR.
Holy shit. Good old JR. What happened?
He got old.
And they started bottling barbecue sauce. Sassafras.
So I got his new book.
How is it?
Haven't read it yet.
Why'd you fucking bring it up then, you fuck?
'Cause
You're just putting over JR?
Look at this. Royal Rumble, Saturday night.
Saturday. Okay.
He's all like, I left WCW for this shit.
Yeah, really.
Oh, they're actually going to...
Every 2 minutes.
Elimination occurs when go on the top rope and onto the floor.
Before it was both feet had to touch the floor.
Yeah, that'll be the next year.
Yep. So here's my question out of all this. This was 12 days. Okay, so we had one more Raw. 2 more Raw? 2 more Raw.
Shawn Michaels. Diesel.
I know some of those guys.
Doink. Brar. Owen Hart. Bam, bam, Boogaloo.
Bastion Booger.
Bastion Booger. Billy Gunn.
Who's he?
Burt Gunn. Rick LaMotta Martel. Crash. Yee. Adam Bomb. Samu. Fat You. The Nacho Man.
Ludwig Borga. Hey! Broke 6,000 guitars, never drew a dime.
The 1, 2, 3 kid, in quotes. The Marty Jannetty.
I wonder if they're tag
Hammer Valentine.
champs by then.
Scott Steiner. Rick Steiner.
One of those guys.
Kamala.
Great.
What?
Mo!
I don't...
Mabel!
Bob Beck. I don't remember him being in that match. The All-American Luxogar. Tenaru. Who comes down with nobody? Kabuki-ish.
And that's all we've got.
Jim Ross like, buy my new book now, or I will fucking bash you on my podcast and on Dynamite every Wednesday night.
Wow.
The Undertaker.
I know that dude.
Versus Yokozuna.
That was the year Taker went to heaven?
Yeah. Yes, it was, Sleazy.
Intercontinental title match.
Oh, look at that beautiful Intercontinental title. The best one.
Yeah, it is. Second best, obviously, is the current one. Wait a second here. Problem. So they win the match. They don't even bother changing the graphic?
I think JR is probably explaining it right now.
I don't even care.
That match doesn't happen. I think Ludwig Borga breaks his ankle or injures his ankle before the match or something, before the Rumble, and then that's replaced by Bam Bam Bigelow.
Wasn't that also the last match? Second to last match he was supposed to have?
What? Who?
Borga.
No, because he hurt his ankle.
Right, but I don't even think he comes back after that, does he?
No. Actually, I think he is no longer with us.
Oh, yeah, he died 10 years ago. Now I have to look up when he left. Sorry, you guys.
He's from Finland. He died, 10 years ago, January 8th. And speaking of Ludwig Borga,
this is his second to last match in the company.
He commits suicide, self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Ouch. Yeah, this was
his second last match? Who the fuck is that? July 19th, 1983.
That's, what is it, Lil Tom or Tom Little or what the fuck is this? Stupid fucking gimmick. That's what it is.
He was in the UWF, not him. Ludwig Borga was in the UWF. He was in New Japan.
Yep. He was in New Japan before he came here.
Yes. Actually, a week after this, he injures his ankle in a match with Rick Steiner, forcing the WWF to cancel future plans for Borga's career that included a scheduled appearance at Royal Rumble and a proposed match against Earthquake.
And the reason why was he was brought into the company by Earthquake, because Earthquake worked with him in New Japan.
Yeah. So he's facing some jobber.
This is the greatest jobber match ever. Next week it would have been Rick Steiner, so because LOL fucking jobber status is Rick Steiner.
He's facing Brad Anderson. Funny you should say that. He is the son of Gene Anderson. Wrong Anderson, but yes. Gene Anderson, he was the Minnesota Wrecking Crew with...
Don't know.
Ole Anderson.
Okay. He also was he had a ring name of Triple Ecstasy. Okay, whatever. That's kind of weird. He was the Young Gun or Agent Steel. Ooh. That seems kind of interesting.
Zan Panzer, that has to be a British or a German name. Zan Panzer.
Well, when I think of famous Finland people, oh, you're looking at him. Was this his finish?
Look who the referee is.
Oh my God, it's shit. Hang on, I'll get it.
5, 4, 3.
No,
2,
please.
1.
It's Sabu's.
Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, it's Sabu's. RVD's manager.
Lackey.
Okay, Lackey. Alfonso.
Torture rack. Oh my God, it was.
he jumped up and down a couple times. That was it.
Wait, is that the end of the match?
It's over. Get him off.
Is it? I'm not sure if that's the end of the match or not.
It's over.
Is it?
Yeah.
So his enemy was a torture rack?
It was the torture rack. And then you get that wonderful, hardcore, badass theme.
You know what's funny? Guess who trained Ludwig Borga?
I have no idea.
Vern Gagne.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck happened?
Oh, no. What the hell?
Bonsai?
Superstars.
Pancakes.
Why did he just destroy 2 people?
Because he could.
Oh, okay.
Don't fucking make this weird. He was doing a great job.
He needs to shave his armpits.
He doesn't need to do anything when he's that size.
He's like, you're a heel, motherfucker. That's what I'm telling you. Give me double cheeseburger, double cheese, extra mayo, motherfucker.
And extra onions.
So why'd you go to Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C. and Baltimore?
'Cause I could. That's literally the only reason.
But you're still alive, so...
Yeah, I know.
You must not have really been to Baltimore.
So we went to Baltimore like WWE goes to New York City when they go to MetLife Stadium. Come on, that was a good reference. It's a good reference. It was wrestling related too. We were in Silver Spring, Maryland. We technically drove through with the windows up and ducking through Baltimore, but that was only on a side road.
Because you a bitch. I've been to Baltimore.
Yeah.
I survived.
You survived. You've also been to Detroit and survived too. But you've also been in places where you could have been killed.
Yep.
I choose not to live that life.
I work in a place where
exactly my point. So this is an interesting little promo with Taker, but we can't hear it because, you know.
Well, Yokozuna's like, I scared. I ain't no casket.
See,
because that's what I imagine Yokozuna sounding like. I ain't no casket.
See, I can't hear the promo, but I can recite the promo word for word. Hellfire, brimstone, death, caskets, your doom, death, rest in peace. There you go. That's the entire promo.
Okay, for a first anniversary show, this show kind of sucks. It's doink.
Kind of sucks. I think we've heard one time that it was the anniversary of Raw.
This has happened. Well, they're going through like this is.
I know it's water in there this time.
Because you could see it.
Yeah, it's reflecting off the bucket.
I miss Bobby Heenan. I miss Macho Man.
I miss all these guys.
I miss Doink. I miss Finkel.
I
love Lamp. And I love Ramp.
You love Ramp?
I love Ramp.
Okay, good. Well, as long as you love Ramp.
We'll talk about that coming up here in a few.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, look. I miss Paul Bearer.
Yes.
The Dead Man. The Undertaker.
Oh, no.
So
what do you think of Michelle McCool?
Not Hall of Fame worthy.
That's not what I was... Okay.
Oh, in terms of fucking her?
Yeah.
Oh,
because, we got to have some sexual reference on this show.
I know. 4 out of 10.
Oh, Ray Hudson.
Yes.
You know where I've heard of him from?
The last week when he got buried by somebody else?
Absolutely nowhere.
Oh, okay. Literally, I went to look him up real quick, and his promo picture is this.
Yep, I saw it. It's the back of his thing. It says he's an American professional wrestler, and that's all it has.
High class. He was also a wrestler.
Anyway, Michelle McCool.
4 out of 10.
You Bret Harted her?
I'm Bret Harting her.
Oh, that's right. You don't like hot chicks. I would. Ooh,
What? We've had this conversation before.
Oh, yeah. We've had this conversation many times. Before I even... Well, obviously, before the whole Taker documentary, I thought she was fucking fun.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I know you're not.
I will say her early years, she wasn't bad looking.
She looks exactly the same.
She doesn't, though.
But she does, though.
Her attitude's changed.
Oh, she's such a nicer person. Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot. You like the non-hot, bitchy women.
Yeah. Really into that. Oh, so he just did the Berserkers finisher.
And Paul Bear's like, oh, what's this good looking Paul Bear's face?
So it's no secret that I love Paul Bearer, and I do a lot of his mannerisms when I'm ringside. But even still, every single time you see Paul Bearer on screen, it's like, wow, what a range.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought he was going to do Snake Eyes. Tree of Woe.
I was like, what are you doing? Just to kick him.
Just to kick him once. I'll put you upside down so I can kick you once and then pull you off again.
What the hell? He ducked the Undertaker clothesline, and he's like,
because fuck you.
And he up for a chokeslam. Barely got him off.
Top 5 worst chokeslams of all time. Number 1, obviously, being Taker. Poor Ray Hudson's about to die legitimately.
Yup. Holy shit.
How dare you sandbag my fucking chokeslam, you piece of shit. And this is why he was never heard from again.
Ray Hudson was a professional wrestler.
Holy goddamn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You gotta love a good jobber squash now and again, but you know.
Like he didn't do the watch along nose because this is fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Goddamn, pal. I do. I know you were. Did you actually start the Taker documentary?
Yep.
Okay. So.
Why is Luna Vachon rubbing? Oh, he's puking because he ate too much, probably.
Yeah. Oh, this is a hot feud here. The Guns versus Bam Bam Bigelow and Bastion Booger. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So this feud's over Luna Vachon? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the evening.
I think we could both agree that Luna Vachon, even though great worker, God rest her soul, nope.
That's a definite pass.
I wouldn't touch her the koala's dick. What the hell? So savage being savage, I guess?
Yes. Beating Haku.
IRS being IRS, I guess? What?
Next week? Why were we not doing a watch along for next week?
Yeah, Savage is like, freak out, freak out. They have a cake.
Who's going into the cake?
You know Bastion Booger's going to eat it. And Bastion Booger gets a jobber entrance.
Because this is the main event.
Is going to try to eat the cake.
Yes, of course. That is way too little skin on a ring girl. I'm sorry.
Way too little skin on a ring girl?
She is completely clothed in the ring.
Oh.
Isn't kind of the point of being, the hot girl with scantily clad?
Oh, he Pearl Harbored him.
Oh my God. And no one gives a shit about getting out of the ring quick.
The mic's still in there.
This is such.
I'm
this
talking about Mike Chioda, by the way.
What a hot feud this is.
Both these guys are no longer with us.
God rest both their souls.
Bastion Booger, formerly Norman the Lunatic.
Wow.
And WC, what the fuck was that? Sleazy, that's you and me wrestling right now.
Dibs on Bam Bam, though.
Now say, I'm Bam Bam, you're Bastion.
Fuck you.
Dude, I got the bald head, but they both got the bald head. But you eat way more than me, so you got to be Bastion Booger.
Yeah, but I could work a match before you could.
That's what you think. What the fuck? He flare flipped.
Okay, you want to do that? Go for it. That's
I'll
on
do it.
you.
I won't get up from it, but I can do it.
That's a move I can do once.
That'll be the last one.
Just end my contract now. Where's Lloyd's of London?
He flare flipped.
He did.
What the fuck?
Bam Bam, with all due respect to both these guys, Bam Bam could fly. Really could fly. That man is more agile than anybody gives him credit for, even.
And he Pearl Harbored him again.
God damn, pal. Where's Triple Threat when you need him? The worst part is I could see myself laying on the steps like that.
You're doing it too. I know you're going to do it.
Oh. You're just going to pop so hard the next time I fucking take a bump. And oh my God, damn.
I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be, but Bam Bam's like,
Yeah, fuck that. God damn. So he's going to try the spot again?
Of Asbury Park. Oh, nope, just a body slam. Oh, that's right. This was his only move was a headbutt.
Yeah. Because you had to be able to do it to everybody.
Bam, bam.
And with all due respect, he could do greetings from Asbury Park to anyone. He was that big and tough.
Well, all right. That's
the main event.
That's Bam Bam squashing Bastion Booger.
Because that's what we needed.
And he no-sells it.
Of course he no-sells it because we still got to pay off the cake. It's 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes on this.
And he has to get his heat back.
What the fuck was that?
Because they have to get a spot for him to go outside to get the cake. Ugh.
Oh, my. Bam Bam Bigelow. Should have been WWE champion?
Oh, my God. Sega CD.
I have to go find that now. Jesus.
Man, he was... I think he had the potential to be. But...
I think he absolutely should have been.
But what era, though?
This era. I really...
No, then you wouldn't have had Bret Hart, and I like Bret Hart, so I don't want him to do that.
With all due respect to Yokozuna, Bam Bam Bigelow could have been that.
Okay.
You know, I mean, he could have been that massive, big-time heel that could have been over.
And then Scotty Pole's like, yeah, I'll be a world champ one day.
Two out of three of these guys were world champs in at least one promotion.
Me. I mean, probably Jack Rougeau was his own world champion in his own territory. But it doesn't count.
It really doesn't. Yeah, I am starting a brand new promotion, and I'm putting the title on me. So therefore, I am a world champion. Because I call my promotion title World Championship.
Oh, the cake's still there. So
nobody's going through it?
Candles burning?
We get fade out on the cake? That's it?
Kamal's going after kimchi. For some reason.
Was kimchi still a brawler at this point?
Probably.
This is craziness. We've been in that arena, though.
Yes, we have. We walked through those doors.
Not with Kamala, but whatever.
Not with Kamala, no. Happy first anniversary. Okay. So what's going to end the show on this first anniversary of Raw?
Macho Man doing commentary.
Oh.
And IRS!
He's like, Macho Man, you didn't pay your taxes.
What a great gimmick. That
It's
works
like,
for anyone.
I was like, Vince, I haven't got my W-2 yet. Come on. What a great gimmick, being a tax man. You can never be a face.
He'd never be a face, but he always had heat.
Oh, there's the payoff.
With the candle lit, I want to point out. That was actually way more of a dangerous spot than you'd think. The entire episode was built up to that.
Yep. Sure. And there's the copyright. Raw goes off the air with Macho Man. Wow. Okay. That was a very unique and weird random episode of Raw that somebody wanted us to do. Nate? What?
Nick.
Who? Nick, okay.
Nick. What the hell did you get us into?
Thank God it was short.
Those Raws from those eras are just going back and watching a random one here, there, and everywhere. Just, ooh. But it was an interesting peel back on an early episode. Yeah, cool.
There was no Bret Hart.
No Bret Hart.
No Owen Hart.
No.
Technically, no WWE champion. There's no Yokozuna.
Yep. He was in a promo.
He was in a
pre-tape. No, he wasn't even in a pre-tape, was
pre-tape. No, he was in like a flashback type thing. But yeah, so there's your watch along. Hope you enjoyed it.
I want to go home.
You are home.
Oh, well, I want to get out.
Well, we got to talk about one thing, which you're going to take the lead on.
I am? Shit. Well, then I better bring it up. So AEW had a pay-per-view on Saturday night. And Fat Man texted me and said, oh, shit, there was a pay-per-view on tonight.
No, I texted it Sunday and been like, so there was an AEW pay-per-view on last night? Question mark?
So you watched, I assume you watched it today.
I did watch it today, yes.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty fresh in your mind. I watched it last Monday night.
So last night.
Yeah, that would be last night. The days have been going really pulled together here. Holy
this could
shit.
be fresh in your mind when I only watched it, last night.
Oh, to be fair, I watched half of it last night. I watched half of it Sunday night. So it's not like I didn't need a break between the two, but it was definitely something. I just couldn't sit down and watch all of it. Mainly because we got home late and whatever. But point being, let's talk about before the actual show, let's talk about a couple quick things. Because I think it's a little bit pertinent to the show. Number one, we lost Shad Gaspard. He was in, Venice Beach, I think it was.
Yep.
And he was swimming with his son, and a riptide grabbed him. his son was saved because thankfully Shad told him to save his son, but unfortunately Shad did die. And the other one was I have such a problem with this. So one of the biggest problems that I have with cyberbullying and such is that it affects people in such different ways. And to have somebody as prolific as a professional wrestler who's always out there and has so much love to give for so many people, and having Hannah Kimura die via suicide was probably one of the most problematic things about social media. And to hear some of the people that were talking about it, and to see even like Kyrie and Io seeing that she was having a hard time and was able to call to people at Stardom and say, hey, she's not doing well, and still not being able to save her is really, really upsetting, honestly. And this past year, or this past week, has been probably one of the hardest in terms of wrestler deaths in a long time, mainly because of the fact that they're two very young wrestlers. They're two very well-to-do people in professional wrestling that were really, really nice people. And we're in this whole coronavirus thing has been insane, and it's just another exclamation mark on what a fucked up year this has been.
Yeah. I'd never really seen her work, but when she passed, I read all the stuff that happened and how she was beloved by all her fellow friends and workers. And social media, and we know it's all toxic, because you got people who now can talk shit without any repercussions. I do believe there needs to be, maybe this is controversial, legislation made so if someone commits suicide, which it probably won't happen, because if someone commits suicide due to cyberbullying, that person can be charged with manslaughter. It won't happen, but there's got to be something. And I've seen Facebook posts and Twitter posts saying, oh, she was just weak then. It just weaks out the herd. Motherfucker. And that's one of the reasons why she fucking passed, because of that fucking bullshit right there. And I hope you fucking die. I hope you're the one that dies because of this shit. Which is harsh to say, because I'm feeding into the negativity too. But, calling someone who committed suicide because of your fucking actions weak is a fucking pussy thing to do.
It's once again a slap in the face to anyone who's dealt with any type of mental disturbances or just feeling depressed or anything of that nature. It's ridiculous. The reason why I think that this pay-per-view was important was to bring people away from that a little bit, because everyone and their brother was thinking about what happened with Shad and what happened with her. And it's just, at least it was a moment to pull away from it, But that being said, the two minor bit pieces that they did on both of them, I mean, I know that it's hard to put a video package together really quickly, but to have Shad's picture in front of a beach,
yeah,
there's a little bit of a tact issue there. And Hannah's death basically being an afterthought later on in the show was also kind of a questionable decision. And we'll get to another piece of that later on. But let's talk about the actual show. It happened May 23rd at Jacksonville, Florida. Is this the first AEW show you've watched since the empty arena shows?
Yes.
Okay, so I really need to hear your thoughts in general when we go through this about how the difference was between WWE having nobody in their arena and AEW having some people in there that were workers. And very well enough known workers that you could spot them and say, hey, look, it's so-and-so. So did you watch the pre-show?
Nope.
Okay, me either. So we get right into the casino ladder match. It was a 9-man match that starts with 2 people, and then every 2 minutes somebody new comes out until all 9 people come out. You can win the match before all 9 people come out, which is kind of strange. So let's talk about the promo beforehand.
Okay, so let's talk about how this show went. It went 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Yes, it did. Let's
start the show with a 5-minute fucking promo that didn't need to be done.
Yes.
That could have been aired on fucking You Have a Weekly TV Show. You could have done that.
You have a
there. So then they have all these workers come out and then do promos and stuff, how they're going to win. Kind of Royal Rumble-esque, because essentially, if you think about it, 2 men start, every 2 minutes another person comes down.
It's what happens if Money in the Bank and Royal Rumble had a baby.
Rumble mix. Yeah. So then Daniels cuts a pre-match promo about how SCU's together and it doesn't matter who wins because they're all champions in SCU. And so the first 2 members to start the match are the 2 SCU members. So they have 2 minutes, and instead of winning the match there, they fight each other.
Not only fight each other, but basically boringly fight each other.
And then there's, I think, one spot, like kind of like 75%, maybe 80% into the match where they both are on the ladder and then somebody knocks them off. But for the rest of the match, they work together.
Because why not? There were some interesting booking decisions in this match.
So I literally went 10 minutes. I texted you this morning and went 10 minutes in, LOL, AEW booking.
Yeah.
So there's only 3, but to be fair, I will get to them. There's only 3 instances in this show where I'm kind of have the questionable booking. Other than that, I'm fine with pretty much anything that happened.
Right.
This was one of them. And why was Jimmy Havoc? Why wasn't Jimmy Havoc just in the match?
Because he needed to help Kip.
But he literally did anything but help Kip.
That's also true. I mean, well, to be fair,
so they
that's not true.
They could have put him in the match and still help Kip. He was there for spots. I don't know. I thought that was.
Well, here's the thing: is that it does debunk a trope that I hate about ladder matches and shit like this, is the fact that they're effectively no DQ matches. Well, if you have 2 flunkies with you, why not get involved? And that's what happened. And that's what happened when Kip came down. So it basically turned into a tag team match almost. Because Jimmy...
I get it, but I don't know. I think it's just like, if this show is going to go already 4 hours, fuck it. Add another 2 minutes on. Whatever. It's my thinking on it. I'm like, it didn't really hurt the match quality in any way. It was just a thought, like, why not just have him in the match?
Yeah. Especially when you have tag team partners in the match already, too.
Also, I think there was too many men in the match. I think it went too long. But I still feel like it was a really good match.
Yeah, there were many spots in the match that were interesting, but there weren't. There's too many auxiliary characters. I like the fact that Jimmy Havoc was out there, but you had Jimmy Havoc, you had Penelope Ford who got involved at one point. Mm-hmm. You had Marco Stunt got involved as well.
Best Friends got involved.
That's 5 extra people on already a 9-man match. So it was too much. I agree with you on that. It was too much. But there were a lot of cool, I know you're not a huge fan of comedy in wrestling, unless it's done really well. Some of the stuff that happened here, especially with Orange Cassidy, I don't think was done well enough that it came off well. And
I would agree with that. Like, I know, like, he's too lazy to set up the ladder. Haha, that's funny. Like, and he really didn't set up any ladders. Every time the ladder was set up, he ran up it.
Yeah.
He was just too lazy to set it up.
Which is fine.
And then asking the announcers, how do I win the match again? I got to set up the ladder. Ugh. Like, that was funny. Like, and then standing on the ladder that was flat, trying to reach up, that was funny too. But I thought the match was really good. But again, let's get to the crowd. Yes, you had 10 wrestlers on each side or something like that, and Vicky Guerrero, which okay,
question mark,
which I'll actually get to in a later match, but it made it so there wasn't silence. There was background noise.
Right.
Which is better than silence.
It's still not great.
However, when you're having, let's face it, AEW is very indie-tastic when it comes to their spots. When you don't have a crowd popping for big spots, they kind of fall flat.
I'd agree.
And I think this match is one of a few on this show that suffers from it.
I would agree with that. Let's talk about the mystery entrant number 9. He is a fucking machine, Brian Cage.
I read that he was on the show as a mystery thing, and the more I thought about it, it's like, yeah, we on our show, this show said that he signed with AEW. So
yeah, well,
it really shouldn't have been a mystery who it was.
They made such a I think part of it was the fact that they wanted to tease one of the signings or one of the released WWE guys when this was always the plan. Okay. Obviously, this was always the plan.
Since Crown Jewel.
But, and we'll get to that later because I think it also kind of foreshadowed a later match too. Brian Cage, it's so sad because I thought he was already with the company. I thought he already had a match here. And obviously he didn't. This was his first match. So watching him come out, I was like, oh, that's cool. Cool. I guess he's the mystery opponent. Cool. Oh, shit. He won the match? Okay. I can't remember who said it. I think I have to plug Brandon Stroud, actually, about this one. Is that having Cage win in his first match kind of pushes to the side the whole wins and losses matter in this promotion again.
Thank you.
So
had it in my notes.
Okay. And I have to agree with both you on this one. It's once again, it's, I get putting Cage over. I mean, Cage is a legitimate badass. The man can do things that are not human. They're really not. He's the safer version of PCO, in my opinion. And anybody... I'm not going to fuck around here anymore. Jesus Christ. PCO just wants to die in a ring. That's all he wants to do. At least Cage is trying to protect himself and his others. Despite the fact that busting out the Steiner screwdriver is just fucking amazing anyway. No matter who he does to. The match went 28-30. I have John Canton stars.
Oh, shit, yeah, I put FDMs, but okay, yeah, go ahead with John's.
I didn't know if Meltzer's came out
No,
yet.
they're not. I looked them up.
Okay. John gave it 3 stars. He said it was pretty good, but it went too long. I kind of agree with him on that. I think there's just too much shit going on. So,
yeah, 3 1/4 for me. Like it, good match, just a lot of gaga.
Yeah. So let's continue on. Obviously, we had a bunch of shit going on, and then we had the next match, which is Maxwell Jacob Friedman with Wardlow versus Jungle Boy. How did you like this match?
Match of the night.
In a walk, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, everything
absolutely great. Great wrestling match. Wardlow was a non-factor, which it made MJF shine better in his heel work.
Mm-hmm.
MJF is probably the best heel working right now. Jungle Boy, while he's having good matches left and right, is still very underrated.
Absolutely.
And after this match, the last thing I put in my notes were, in 1 or 2 years, this will main event a pay-per-view.
Oh, absolutely.
For the world title.
Absolutely.
This match was great. 4 stars. Absolutely great work around.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
And Jungle Boy, try not to kill yourself or MJF on the apron, please. Jesus Christ, they both spiked their heads. I was like, oh my God. But no, it was fucking fantastic.
I feel like that both these guys mixing it up in the way they did just made everybody shine so much brighter. MJF winning with basically a triple counter almost.
Not cheating.
Not cheating at all.
It started as a cheat, but then it turned out to be an actual counter.
Right.
To a counter. So it started out that way, but he actually won with a wrestling move or roll up or whatever it was.
Just to prove he's better than you.
Yes.
And it's great storytelling. They both did a great job of psychology throughout the entire match. I gave it 4 1/4 stars. John Canton actually gave it the least of the 3 of us, and 3 3/4 stars. I thought it was a great way to establish both guys. I think it establishes Maxwell as a very top heel, but once again, he got pushed down the card a little bit because of Cage. So
right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and this has nothing to do with the match, but I really hate entrance theme songs that have words at the beginning. Brian Cage had it. Brian Cage had it. MJF has it. Cody has it. It's like,
oh yeah. I mean, well, to be fair, 2000s era wrestling had all that stuff.
And to end the match, it kind of like, you want that instant music to start, right?
Right.
Once you get the 3 instant music to start, but no, it's just like MJF wins, and it's like, I'm better than you, and you know it. And then I'm like, I don't know. I prefer the music to kick in, not talking.
To be fair,
it's nothing that had anything to do with the match. I just personally don't like it.
Well, to be fair, it would be overshadowed by the fact, or at least the beginning opening there would be overshadowed by the fact that he would be getting a ton of boos or cheers or whatever, you know.
True.
So it's more noticeable now, but I totally agree with you. We get to the TNT Championship.
Fuck you.
First of all, it's not even finished. Okay, they make a joke about the fact that it's not even finished because obviously
I'm not even, the belt design has nothing to do with this. One, the name's stupid as shit.
It is. I will admit that.
What if AEW is still around in, say, 3 years with their TV contract runs up whenever it runs up and TNT decides not to renew them?
Then it changed to the television championship. That's all.
They have to make it a new belt. Why not just make it the television championship now? Stupid as fuck.
Well,
anyway,
it's trying. What they're trying to do is jerk off TNT. That's fine.
What?
And whatever at this point, you know.
I mean, to be fair, if they sell a shit ton of replica belts, what's names on it? TNT.
Yeah,
it's a business decision. I get that. It's stupid as fuck, in my opinion, as a wrestling fan, but it's branding, so it's going to work either way, no matter what my personal opinion on it is or not.
Exactly. So let's.
So let's talk about how the first move in the match at Cody no-sells a finisher.
Before we even get to that, though, let's talk about the fact that Mike fucking Tyson's here, and the best part of the match, and I'm not kidding about this.
Is yawning.
What's that?
Is him yawning?
No, it's not. That's one of the top parts of the match, but the best part of the match was when Lance Archer comes down to the ring with some random dude and chokeslams him, and Tyson just gets a fucking kick out of that. He just sits there and smirks about it. That's the best part of this match. You can continue on with the rest of the pay-per-view afterwards. What the fuck happened here?
It's Why is it that every Cody Rhodes match in AEW has been a clusterfuck of booking beyond fucking comprehension?
Because nobody will tell him no because he owns the company. That's the problem. When you're booking and own the company, you get shit like this. Nobody's going to tell you this is a stupid idea. Don't do it.
Jake Roberts is down with fucking Archer, distracts the referee while Archer's on the top rope. Arn Anderson cheats because, one, he's Arn Anderson, and two,
he's a fucking horseman.
Jake Roberts does the same.
Yeah, well.
So, okay. But then another referee comes down and is like, oh, Arn Anderson cheated. Why would, okay, for one, that is a face cheating against a heel. I understand that. But in wrestling terms, wouldn't the work better if the heel cheated on the face and then the ref showed up at second show? Like, no, he cheated?
We can't have that.
Okay. Two, they go to Mike Tyson. The second referee has to go to Mike Tyson and be like, did he cheat? And Mike Tyson goes, yup, kick him out. So they kick him out, and then they kick Jake Roberts out because even though he didn't cheat, they kick him out anyway?
Because Jake Roberts.
And then Jake Roberts comes back literally 2 seconds later with the snake, which he could have easily brought to the ring with him.
Because it had to have been in Gorilla.
While Arn Anderson is just sitting back there like a fucking moron while Jake Roberts comes out. And then Mike Tyson theoretically distracts Lance Archer for Cody to win the match. So why is Mike Tyson telling Arn Anderson to leave but then helping Cody?
Well, I love the fact that how dismissive he was about it. Yeah, fuck, get him the fuck out of there. I don't give a shit. I'm over here jacking off. You know, what the fuck?
And then, like I said, and then he helps. It seems like every fucking big show, and there's a Cody Rhodes match, I always have to fucking spout this off. It makes no sense.
Yeah, nothing made sense.
And the wrong person won.
Yeah, that was my biggest complaint about this, is that why the fuck would you have Cody lose or win here? He should have lost. Yep. He absolutely should have lost. You're sitting here bringing in new people.
The whole on that too. The whole story is Cody can't take the shot at the world title, so he's got to take a shot at the TNT title, which makes perfect sense. But the better story is if he loses.
Yeah, then he has to do a redemption to actually go after the title.
The better story is if he loses.
Yeah.
So now he's oh God. Yes, and then your point on there's new people coming in. Let's put him over. Let's not put him over.
I mean, it was literally the flavor of the week, and with all due respect to Brody Lee, Love the guy. He came in. Then you brought in Lance Archer. Okay. Then you brought in Cage.
Matt Hardy also.
Well, Matt Hardy, I'm talking specifically about heels. Big heels.
Okay.
Because at what point do you just say stop? Now you've overloaded the roster on the wrong side.
Here's the thing. They were face heavy when Jericho was the only when MJF was the tweener, Jericho was only really the top heel.
True.
So they recognized it, but they overcorrected and brought in too many big heels.
And then promptly turned.
Not everyone could be on top. I understand that, but
yeah, but here we are.
You need to get these new heels over. Now you're just bringing in people to work with the faces just to work with them.
Right. And what are you? What are you fucking?
Spears later in the fucking show.
God damn it! And that's what was the point of that?
Let's talk about it now. Even though it's that there was no point.
It was absolutely ridiculously dumb. So he loses a match, so therefore Goldust has retired? What? And then he decides not to come out to his music the first time?
Well, that was a Sean Spears told him to play the music.
Yeah, but he was there. He could have come out.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, it's not like he was just going to sit in the back. What? They're playing my music? Oh, I'm not going out there this time. What the fuck was that? And here's the other thing about it. The point of Goldust losing was to put heat on Cody. How did Sean Spears get involved with all that? It made no sense.
Because he didn't have a match, so he challenged. The whole point of this match was to show Tully Blanchard on Sean Spears' crotch.
Really, yeah.
That was legit the whole point of that match.
Because it was a glorified squash.
Dud, obviously, for that shit.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, one fucking star. I can't. The action's fine. I can't get over the nonsensical fucking booking of this shit.
Yeah, it was a 1.5 for me. John gave it 3 1/4.
I mean, the ring, if there wasn't fucked up booking, it probably would have been that way. Like I said, the action's fine. It's passable. But the booking is fucking ridiculous in these fucking matches. Why? Like you said, well, he's not the owner of the company, but he essentially is. So let's just give him whatever he wants.
Yeah, and it's very questionable, to say the least. Next match should have been Chris Statlander versus Britt Baker, but Britt had a huge fucking pile on her fucking knee. If you haven't seen the footage for that, go back and find it, because it is the most...
I haven't.
Oh my God, it is the most reckless thing I've seen in a long time. And unfortunately, it probably hurt the biggest female heel of the company right now. So this was basically a thrown together match at the last minute. Penelope Ford comes out. It was an 8-minute Chris Statlander match.
8?
It was 8 minutes. 7 minutes, 58 seconds.
Oh, I have 5:30.
Yeah. This is according to, once again, this is Canton's. So
I timed it at 5:30.
Okay. So
it might have gone 8 minutes. I don't know, but
yeah. Okay. They did what they could for what they were doing, I guess. It's 2 1/4 match from Canton. I gave it 2. So
1 3/4.
It wasn't bad. It was a cool down match for sure.
So the reason why I think Vicky Guerrero's there is I think she's going to start working with a company, because she was cheering all the faces until this match, and then she started cheering Penelope Ford. And when she lost, the camera panned right to Vicky, and she looked pissed. So I'm thinking they're going to do something with Vicky.
Good. Very happy.
And we already talked about fucking the stupid ass Sean Spears Dustin match. Quote match.
Keep it going. AEW Women's Championship match. No DQ, no count out. Nyla Rose, Hikaru Shida. I thought this was great. I really did. It wasn't as good as the MJF match, but I definitely really enjoyed it. It was physical and, of course, LOL Asian fetish. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm going to steal your gimmick.
Okay.
I think Sheeta's kind of cute.
Oh, good for you, sir.
I was like, oh, she's actually, I like it. How did I not notice that she's actually really good looking?
Stealing my gimmick.
I'm stealing Sleazy's gimmick. I gave it 3.5. A really good match that, again, spots fell flat with no crowd reaction.
I didn't actually read this. His analysis of this. At least once in the write down or his analysis, he goes, he sent Rose back first in a big poker chip. She'd got a hold of the kendo stick and hit Jax in the left arm. Oops. Racist much? Anyway. What did you think about the match quality itself?
No, it was really good. Like I really liked it, but again, no crowd, no reaction to the big spots. Kind of fell flat.
I thought it was a 3.5 star match. I
give it 3.5 stars too.
And John gives it 3.25. So I mean, it's out there. It was well done, and it was a great end cap to this type of story because she had been fighting at the top, but really couldn't get the job done until now. And to say that that they put the title on Shida for reasons other than that is kind of disingenuous. I really do believe she did it. This would have happened no matter what, but it was especially poignant because of what happened.
Right.
Which goes to the next match, which was...
Wait. Because fuck you.
WWE title match. I mean, AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley versus the self-proclaimed AEW World Heavyweight Champion, the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee. I think I got that all. First of all, how did you like the angle leading up to this?
I liked it.
I thought it was stupid.
You thought it was stupid?
Absolutely was stupid. I know what they're trying to do is they're trying to make Brody look like Vince. Okay, whatever.
Well, they even said it during the lead-up. It's like, I heard Brody Lee doesn't like sneezing.
Yeah. God damn it.
It's like...
Whatever. It's bullshit. Whatever. Point being, the man from Rochester, New York, the man from Cincinnati, guys that have worked all over the Northeast. They've worked with each other multiple times in multiple different companies. It had to be a great match, right? I think it was harmed by the fact that they did a lot more out of the ring than they should have.
I liked the match.
I didn't think it was a bad match. But
I put C notes from previous match. Good match, but without a crowd, the spots fell flat.
My problem was it wasn't a no DQ match.
And that's another thing, too.
Yeah, there was a lot of weird shit in terms of, okay, we need to do this. We need to do that spot. We need to do that on the floor.
This is the other match I was talking about where the booking was like, not a no DQ match. And by the way, I'm going to call you out if you fucking if you disagree with me. So Brody Lee kicks out at 1 from a finish through the ramp.
2 finishes.
Then he kicks out of another. Wait. Then he kicks out of another finish.
Yes. What, you're going to make me sit here and say, well, that's obviously not a bad thing? Of course it's terrible.
No, there you go. Thank you. I'm going to say
it was the fucking most ridiculous.
If you're a fucking mark, if you don't fucking, you've been saying it for fucking weeks, and if you don't say it during this match, you're a fucking mark.
You're absolutely 100% correct. That was the stupidest. Not only was it dumb, but to have him then lose by a sleeper hold, go fuck yourself.
So I'm assuming this is the one match when Brian Cage winning, you foreshadowed who was going to win.
Exactly. Because there's no way you're going to have Cage versus Brody.
The finish says otherwise, though.
Well,
because the finish sets up a rematch between Moxley and Brody Lee. One, okay, why are you... I don't want to use the word protecting Brody Lee.
You are, though. You are. Absolutely
you are. But him going through a finish through the ramp should have been the end. Don't really need protection after that.
Just finish there.
Yes. You could have done the fucking paradigm shift in the ring. He could kick out at 2 there. Okay, whatever. But then they brawled. At least Brody Lee hit one finish for Moxley to kick out of, if you're going to do that. Then have him do the paradigm shift through the fucking ramp, pull him in the ring, and fucking pin him. Right. You don't need to protect him. He took a finish through the fucking ramp.
That should have been the end of it. And I think
been the end.
Here's the thing. Not only should have been the end of it, it should have been a double count out right there. Or just the match should have been thrown out.
It should have been a double count out like halfway through the match.
That's also true. But I think the only reason why they didn't do it was because it's mirroring a spot that happened in ECW with Taz, who was on the show.
True.
So I think they intentionally didn't want to finish with that because of that. And honestly, it was not the right call. You should have just left it at that. Because
if they didn't want to finish with that, why do the fucking spot?
Exactly. All it did was make Brody blade for no reason. There was no reason for him to blade.
And you're going to hear people say, "Oh, he kicked out of the finish at 1. It makes him look like a fucking boss."
No, it doesn't, actually. Because at the end of the day, it just makes Moxley look weak. It means his finish isn't good. Not that Brody's such a fucking nightmare, because this hasn't been the first time people have kicked out of the paradigm shift.
Nope.
So it's just ridiculous. John gave it 4 stars.
Nope.
And from the way the ratings look, he's calling this match of the night. Not even close. It wasn't bad, but I believe the women's championship match was better than this. I give it 3 stars. Oh, okay. But yeah, I don't. And once again, Brody Lee was fed to a top face when they're trying to establish heels. Question mark.
Nope. Yep, I agree. And if they're going to do that finish, which obviously they did, the finish, I never submitted. I didn't get pinned. It sets up a rematch. So why are they announcing Cage versus Moxley at Fyter Fest?
I don't know. Maybe they're going to blow it off on TV?
Maybe.
But
I mean, their next pay-per-view isn't until like September.
Right.
So
but my question is, if you're going to blow it off on TV, what was the point of this match? You know what I mean? They could have easily done quite a bit of character work without have done pretty much a great finish here, you know?
They fast-tracked this match.
Yeah. It really... Whatever.
2 3/4.
Okay, yeah. We're going to... the last match, I'm sure we're going to disagree on. Because it wasn't really a match. let's start with that. It wasn't a match. It was the 5-on-5 brawl in the empty stadium because LOL, no one's doing anything with the Jaguars stadium, so might as well use it.
Even if there wasn't a pandemic, that stadium would still be able to be used.
Yeah, because it's theirs.
It's there, and
it's also summer.
Right, and also they'd be in Vegas, not fucking Jacksonville, and this match would never have happened. So
that's also true. Yeah. It's hard to actually run down what actually happened. There's just so many different spots. One of the first ones that comes to mind is you've just and keep this in mind, this was taped supposedly Friday night. They've had many hours to edit it, make it beautiful and whatnot. And you put in a drowning segment. Granted, it was supposed to be a comedy moment. I get it.
I laughed.
It was funny. Tactful? It was not.
No.
God damn it, you guys. When somebody dies from drowning, you probably shouldn't have drowning in your match. Maybe that's just me. I know it was a funny spot. I know it was funny and whatnot. Do it later. Just show it off another time. You can do that. Release it as a never before seen moments on the 5-on-5, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. There were a lot of funny spots here. This was not a serious match in any stretch. However, some of the spots, poor Sammy Guevara died multiple times in this match.
Yeah.
What can you think of the worst spot on this?
Honestly, besides the drowning, I think it was the stupid Northern Lights for 100 yards.
That was dumb.
I think that was. I know Brandon Stroud loved it, but it was dumb.
It was dumb.
But it did pay off though when they did the Alex Wright celebration and he got a penalties flag and they got super kicked. So that was funny.
It was.
It just took a while to build. The instant replay one was pretty funny too. Then they line chalked Jericho.
Having Jericho have a replay moment and telling Ash Aubrey that she's a shitty ref. That was pretty funny.
Yes. Yeah, that was funny.
Paige at the bar was pretty funny. The problem I have with this is that I keep saying it's pretty funny and pretty enjoyable, but it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't a match. It wasn't wrestling. It was a convoluted fight scene in a movie. And frankly speaking, that's what you needed here.
Yes.
So obviously I'm not going to rate it because
I didn't put a rating down either. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it, but it was a clusterfuck. It had its moments, but it wasn't spectacular. Again, I read people online saying it's the best thing they've seen. This match was the best thing they've seen in years, and I'm like,
it's different.
I'm like, no, it wasn't.
It's different. I can't say it was amazing. I can't say it was bad. It was just different. It was a fun diversion of entertainment. I cannot say it was professional wrestling in the traditional sense. It was characters interacting in a bar fight.
Oh, and of course, what won the match?
What? The most protected move in professional wrestling?
He could have done that just in the ring in the stadium, and Sammy Guevara would have kicked out.
Yeah.
He could have done that in the end zone.
He could have done it on a bed.
He could have done that on a trampoline, and Sammy Guevara were not kicked out. So let's just fucking kill him.
He'd already been stalked multiple times. The man has run back and forth on the field multiple times, being chased by a horse and then by a golf cart again. Wow. And then, wow. There's so much to unpack. How did you like the show top to bottom?
Good show that obviously, like I've said multiple times, the big spots fell flat with no crowd. Still got to work on their fucking booking, especially with Cody. But they've improved since the last time I saw them. It's just they do some tweaks.
Money in the Bank had Asuka winning, but this had a football to the groin. And that's all I have to say.
He's fucking pelted him with fucking footballs.
I mean,
it was ridiculous. The whole let's put this: it was ridiculous.
It was absolutely.
That's what it was.
The show, I believe, of the 3 empty shows I've seen, I believe this one was the best.
I hate to say it, but I think you're right.
And part of it, I'm not sure if it's because the quality of the show was better, or I'm specifically popping more because of the audience. I'm not really sure.
Background noise. It's background noise.
Yeah, and
it's what it is. And I felt that it was easier to get through than WrestleMania Money in the Bank. Because there was background noise.
Yeah.
At least they were chanting shit. Like even during the fucking the last pre-tape segment, the match, you heard them chanting like, "Oh, this is awesome," which it.
Yeah, you had the cheerleaders there.
Well, no, but you also had whoever was in the crowd chanting it too. They were still live.
Yeah, that's true.
Watching it.
Yeah.
On the screen. So they at least had some noise, and background noise is always good,
especially in this time.
Yes, so I think it was the better of the 3 shows that we have reviewed. Maybe not booking wise, but it was easier to get through. There were some matches that were really good. MJF continues to be an asshole, but still one of the best workers in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I give it a absolute 8 out of 10. I think everything about this show is with some caveats of booking is a step in a very right direction for the company.
Well, besides them,
they just need to figure out their booking a little bit more.
Instead of them killing all their fucking heels that they just brought in.
Yeah. Well, when that happens, you just bring in more heels, like Brian Cage.
Who's going to lose Moxley?
And then they'll have to
lose to who? Heath Slater, or not lose to Heath Slater. He's going to be Heath Slater, and then he's going to be Zack Ryder.
Oh, I was going to say woo woo.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I really do believe that we're getting to a good place here with AEW. So, any other news and rumors? I know we
covered the two big
ones.
Yeah. No, I haven't really looked anything up since the Money in the Bank show. So
I'll do a quick because I'm already on Raja.com. If you've never been on Raja.com, go there. Great place.
He's an idiot. My cat, I mean. So stupid.
We made. I'm not sure if this actually made air, but Kairi Sane got hurt.
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm not sure if it actually made air.
I'm not sure if it did either. But yeah, Nia Jax hurt someone again. Surprise, surprise.
Riddle's probably going to SmackDown. Samoa Joe's still under concussion protocol.
Ugh.
See if there's anything else. This was something I did want to bring up. And this made national news because you had actually made a kind of a, you'd referenced it and said it was controversial, but it's actually something that's may actually be happening in Japan, is that they're going to look at cyberbullying legislation. So,
good.
So they're really going to be going after people because that's a problem. Drew Gulak is gone.
No, he's not.
Really?
He showed up on Raw.
Did he really? Good for him.
He resigned, or at least I think he showed up on Raw, but I know he resigned.
Yep. Previous story, Drew Gulak has signed a new contract with WWE. WWE is now starting to use plants in their crowds.
Just NXT workers.
Yeah, whatever. You know.
Well, AEW is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And all the AEW marks, see, WWE's copying AEW. Well, WWE's acknowledging that it worked. So,
what the fuck do you want?
Yeah, like, who cares? At least they're doing it. Shut up about it and just enjoy the fucking product. Listen, and another thing about this shit is like, if you think someone's a shitty fucking worker and you tell them it online and they're a heel, guess what? They're doing their goddamn job.
Yeah.
But if you're telling someone who's working their ass off, who's beloved by everyone, and you start bullying them, you're a piece of shit. Well, you're a piece of shit either way.
There was some... I hate to use the word journalist, but some asshole with a podcast like us got into some really creepy
with Alexa?
shit. Yeah, with Alexa, basically saying her matches are like sex or something. Or it was terrible, and it came out recently, and all hell broke loose. And I read some of it, and I was just like, God damn it, shut the fuck up.
I always do my Alexa.
Yeah, but
bit.
The bit.
And I think
first of all, it's
gorgeous.
A bit.
Well, at the same time, I do think she's gorgeous, but I'm not like on this podcast calling her matches like sex.
Right.
I'm not. Yes, we say some stupid shit on the show, but we don't fucking do stupid shit like that.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing: is that a lot of the stuff we say is intentionally supposed to garner a laugh. It's not supposed to be, some way to just slam somebody. The whole. I mean, I'd be horrified to go back to some of our earlier shows about some of the things we've said, but they were all meant to be funny moments. To sit here and criticize somebody in that way, especially when there is a long history of her having issues with being bullied herself, it's kind of problematic, and it ropes right back into Hannah again,
Yep, and I did see that she's like, I just like scrolling through Twitter. She popped up and she's all like, yeah, I blocked him. He's a piece of shit. He's always been talking crap, so it's just going to block him. And I was like, good for you. Like, just block people. It's not that hard to do. Like, if someone talks shit, just block them. Fuck, Dave Meltzer blocked me. But I was talking the truth, though, so he didn't like that. There's a difference there.
Sometimes.
All of a sudden, telling the truth, being a hater.
You are a hater,
I like telling the truth. I'm sorry. Fuck Dave Meltzer, by the way. I haven't said that enough on this show.
Yeah, we really haven't, which is kind of surprising. Partially because his ratings weren't out yet.
Because he's a bitch. He's probably still sucking fucking Kenny Omega's dick.
Well, I don't have the $11.99 to subscribe, so fuck him.
I have it. I ain't going to do it. He blocked me. Why would I fucking support him?
Yeah, well, Russo is doing follow for follows now. So if you follow Vince Russo on Twitter, he will follow you back. So get on there.
you were just in an Asian panty on a pole match booked by Vince Russo.
Please.
That's why.
Book that shit, yo. Book it. One last thing, and we'll end the show on this, even though it's technically not wrestling related. There's been kind of a little rumor going around that Vince McMahon is trying to buy back, after filing for bankruptcy, the XFL's intellectual property. So, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what? If it brings the XFL back, I'm happy.
Well, the problem is that the fact that it would be questionable at the very least.
Oh, it's very questionable.
I mean...
super questionable. Maybe even unethical.
Maybe could possibly be unethical. And even worse, may even be, don't tell anyone, illegal. Nah, it can't be illegal. It's only white-collar crime. The whole garbage that went around with this after everything that happened with the XFL, wow. The fact that they've basically burned all their bridges with their administrative staff is going to be a very big problem. They basically fired them all without cause. And some of them are looking to sue and or have already sued in terms of like Oliver Luck, I think, was one of the ones that was...
But didn't they close down because of the coronavirus?
They did...
That kind of is cause, though.
I know. I'm not saying that isn't problem.
That's like me. That's like fucking, Denny's is closing all their fucking Rochester area stores. That's like them saying, hey, you had a job. You don't now because of this. It's the same thing.
It is, but the way they went about doing it was, I don't want to say it was shady, but it was definitely not on the
up and up,
really. I mean, it was definitely we're going to take advantage of the situation. And I think that if you do that, it doesn't matter what happens at the end of the day, because when you come back, what kind of people are going to go, well, if they have a chance to fire me for any reason, they will. So why do I even want to even bother with this?
Oh, I agree with that, but also there's people being like, I'm going to work for a football league that's airing on ESPN.
Yeah, I agree with that too. So it's an interesting.
There will still be people who are going to want those jobs. So
yeah,
maybe not the people who got fired, but there's going to be some people who want those jobs.
But the people that they brought in the second time, obviously, were still very well-renowned people. And you do that a third time, you don't get those well-renowned people anymore.
True.
So, I don't know. Well, it'll be interesting to see how that plays over the next few months, especially when things are starting to come back to normalcy here. Do we have anything else to deal with? Plugs, whatnot, WrestlingShow.com?
There was a discussion I had with a fellow high schooler about he likes AEW. He thinks WWE is slumping because, this is the lowest ratings ever, and how but I keep pointing out that, yeah, you got the lowest ratings ever, but WWE is now making more money than they ever have. So ratings don't matter, because you got to understand it's now a TV business. It's licensing. You have ad revenue coming in too. Well, and also at the same time, right now they're losing money on crowds, probably some merchandise revenue too. But when that gets back up, I really do think, and this has nothing to do with this discussion, I think that because we never talked about what we think the business is going to be when weren't actually able to get people in the building.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see another boom. People are going to want to go to these shows. Yes, TV may be shitty right now, but TV's shitty for everyone right now. So once you get people back in the building, you're going to see better creative, I think. There has to be.
I think not only are you going to see better creative, I think you're going to see a big boom of independent shows.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You're going to see a big boom of independent shows. WWE, I think, is going to start booming. AEW will start. WWE is going to start the crowds again. Like I said, AEW is going to do that. And then, like you said, independent shows. I don't know about some local. What are you doing, asshole? I don't know about some literally one in my backyard here at the Fat Cave. We're not going to mention by name.
Fuck them.
But they can probably run shows now. Groups of 10 are gathering. So they can probably run a show now.
They can't, only because there's too many people wanting a hot dog and handshake. I think one of the other pieces to that is the fact that WWE has done such a great job of cultivating the one demographic that doesn't leave. And that's the under 13 crowd.
The kids.
The kids. You know, it with the
AEW will probably get the highly touted 18 to 49 demographic.
Yeah.
But the people who are spending money are the parents with kids who are going to WWE shows.
Absolutely.
Not to say that the 18 to 49 crowd aren't spending money.
They're not spending $300 on a teacher for each one of the kids, and oh, by the way, they need the little foam belts, and oh, by the way, why aren't you buying the souvenir cups? Daddy, I want more.
Right.
They can't see anything, so we need to get closer.
So who's that one star in AEW that's going to draw those kids right now?
Orange Cassidy.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I 100% agree. That was the first person to come to mind.
Yeah, there's no thought about that. The Best Friends and Orange Cassidy are.
You know why? I was gonna say because Orange Cassidy's lazy. Kids today are lazy. They relate.
That works.
Not to say Orange Cassidy's lazy in the ring. That's his gimmick. I don't want to misconstrue that.
How dare you talk about Fire Emblem like that? Anywho, I think.
Oh, by the way, I think it was a couple of days ago where we went to that Chikara show.
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago to the day.
And it, to reiterate, was one of the worst live wrestling experiences I've ever had.
Up till last year.
What was last year?
Wild Zero.
Well, I mean, I was backstage.
You said live experiences.
I still think Chikara was worse.
Wow. Considering most of that roster was Chikara.
Yeah, I still think Chikara was worse. At least I got to see the action in Wild Zero as compared to Chikara. I can only see literally a quarter of the ring, and that was it.
That was looking back on that, I have to say that was probably one of the biggest money grabs I saw Quack do. Was open up that second half of that sportatorium because you couldn't see shit.
You call it a sportatorium? Gym?
It was a gym. Yes, it was. I went very. Hey, I'm a highbrow motherfucker, okay?
It's not like the Sportatorium in Dallas.
No.
No.
Let's just say we had to clean up after ourselves when we were done. Or we wouldn't be invited back. You almost got thrown. You almost got thrown out a few times, and you're like, I don't give a shit.
I don't care. I'm not coming back.
This is fucking shit. Yeah, I mean, AEW has a lot of work to do. Of course, the Young Bucks would have, their merch based on
they're just a t-shirt company.
Yeah, but they need to branch out their merch more. There's a reality of it.
Well, they just did get a action figure licensing deal.
Yeah, that was announced on the show, wasn't it?
And those action figures, the upper body looks pretty good.
Cool.
Or should I say the face looks pretty good? That's about it. It looks super cheap.
Hey, doesn't matter if they're $20 a piece and they're flying off the shelves. They're doing exactly what I'm saying, is you need to start catering more to the kids. That's the way to do it.
Also, at the same time, Tony Khan's paying these wrestlers a lot of fucking money. Obviously, right now, no shows.
Yeah. They're hemorrhaging money. They have to be.
They had, even with the TNT deal, they had to be hemorrhaging money anyway. Because you're not going to make that much money. I guarantee you, no matter what Dave Meltzer fucking says, they probably didn't turn a profit this year. This is their first year.
They can't.
Guarantee you they didn't turn a profit.
Not only can I guarantee they didn't turn a profit, that shouldn't have been expected of them. They're starting a company.
Right.
So to sit there and say, well, they have to turn a profit, otherwise they're failing, that's not true at all.
I'm saying that Dave Meltzer will probably report that they did turn a profit.
Well, even if he doesn't, he's going to bury it. You know what I mean? He's not going to say that. They're going to do a deep dive in the fact that, oh, well, of course they didn't make money. They had startup costs. No shit, Sherlock.
Right. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think they'll probably make money this year, even if the pandemic didn't happen.
They won't make money next year either.
Nope.
Because they don't have a big enough source to generate revenue off of.
And also, they're only getting what? They're not even getting 1 million people to watch their shows.
But that doesn't matter. That
ad revenue.
Well, the ad revenue is only based on they're grabbing ad revenue off the fact that they're pulling 1 million views, yes, but they're not how should I put this? Their money's not based 1-to-1 with their viewership. So if it shoots up to 1.5 million, they're not making more money off of that.
But here's the thing, though. If they shoot up to 1.5 million, they're going to have more people wanting to advertise on their show.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's where I'm saying ad revenue comes in.
Right. I'm just saying that popping it for 2 weeks isn't going to do shit.
No, I absolutely agree. And I guarantee you, guaranteed contracts from wrestlers who are probably, and even Jim Ross is saying, and Tony Schiavone and Chris Jericho is saying, this is the most money I've ever made in the wrestling business.
That's not a good thing to hear, honestly.
For them, it is.
Well, for that, the performers, obviously, yes, but for the
when you have a billionaire, that's
okay. Let's say it correctly.
A money mark.
Thank you.
Behind you, who, by the way, Tony Khan is a huge wrestling fan. That's not. Yes, he's a mark, and he has a lot of money, mark, but he does, from what I've heard, know a lot about the history of professional wrestling. Doesn't mean he can book it, but like I've heard conversations that he's had where he can tell you what happened at a house show that he wasn't even at. Like, he just knows and loves the wrestling business. So, yes, technically, he is a money mark, but at least he respects the business in some way.
I will give him that credit, but at the end of the day, it's not that hard.
It's a business.
It's not that hard to start a wrestling business when you have $1 billion behind you.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's just, especially when you can go to a major national television station and say, this guy who's a billionaire says, we have a good product here, put us on TV for 2 hours a week. Well, fuck. Anybody can do. I'll do that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Sleazy presents me jacking off for 2 hours. The billionaire said it was good. Yeah, well, I only have 2 hours to do it.
No. Jacking off to
hermaphroditic porn. Yes.
Thank you.
But it's a 2-hour show. Pitch it. Look, the billionaire says it's going to be good. And if it isn't good, he'll pay for it anyway. Yeah. That's easy. You know,
just give me airtime. I'll cover all production costs. Okay.
And we get cover of the fucking ad revenue? Fuck yes. Because I guarantee you they're not getting 100% of the ad revenue.
They're probably not.
So
I did a report on it last year before the TNT launch, and I think TNT is covering the production costs, and they're splitting revenue ad revenue 50-50, if I remember correctly.
That's still an amazing deal for AEW, honestly.
Oh, it is.
If they're covering,
if TNT's covering production costs,
yeah, that's part of the reason why the belt's there.
Exactly.
Fucking marks.
And
God damn it.
But and that's where ratings come in, because if they're going to have the same production costs every week, obviously. But if less people are tuning in, less money's coming in, TNT's would be like, okay, why are we setting aside this much money to cover production costs for something that's not really highly rated?
The problem with that philosophy is the fact that you're not going to see a dip in AEW's viewership because for two major reasons. Number one is that it's against a show that can be watched the very next day.
Right.
That's also wrestling. And B, right. The people that are watching AEW are rabid fans.
No, I agree.
So you're not going to see, you may not see a huge jump a lot of the times, but you'll definitely not see a huge dip.
And that's also mentioned that every week ratings come out. Oh, AEW beat NXT. See, AEW better than WWE. No, their show is beating WWE's developmental show.
At one point, is it no longer the developmental show, though? I have to.
Oh, okay. But is also able to be watched the next day, which is getting higher ratings on the network than it is on USA. So is it really beating it?
Because the people who are watching AEW are also watching NXT the next day.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
So it's not beating it.
And,
so there's one. And two, you put AEW against WWE's main show,
it'll get smoked.
It will get crushed. But what the hell do I know? I'm only a fucking guy that just has a bad back for the last fucking, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, whatever the fuck it was. Just fucking, I don't know shit.
I mean, we haven't been doing this for 7 years plus.
I don't know shit.
Neither one of us has been in the wrestling business at all.
Yeah,
we don't know shit.
Fucking shit.
But whatever.
I'm just a WWE mark. Even though I did say that AEW's Double or Nothing was better than the two WWE shows, I did say that.
Don't worry, I'm going to be playing it on loop from now until September.
So it is on tape. So it's not me calling me a WWE mark.
You fucking mark. You're just a plain Mark, that's all.
But that's not my name. I'm Fat Man, not Mark.
Yeah, I know.
You know who else is a Mark?
Wait a second. Weren't there more of us?
A Mark. Man, I can't tape tonight, man. We should tape this night. Motherfucker. You don't dictate when we tape? You don't dictate when we tape?
Oh,
we
God.
dictate when we tape. Shit. Funny thing is, I just messaged you. So when we're going to tape, you're like 6. I was like, and in the back of my mind, I was thinking you were going to say tomorrow. You're like 6. I was like, oh, well, okay.
Well, I figured it was Tuesday, so
Well, because I had to work yesterday. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes, it was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So that's why when I messaged you, I was like 6. You're like, I was like, okay, we can do it tonight.
Okay. Well, how about 7?
Yeah, because I was running around. Actually, 7 worked better because I got in at like 5:50, and I was like, fuck.
Perfect. So for you guys listening to us, thank you guys for supporting us over the past few weeks, listening to our shitty watch-alongs and whatnots.
And you got 2 shows in one today. You got a watch-along and a review.
Yeah. So if you don't like the watch-along, fuck you. And if you don't
like the review, fuck you.
Thank you. But that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. GERE Network, check it out. GearNetwork.com. Check out, support the show. All our wonderful supporters there. Check out the other shows at the GERE Network. Is there anything else? I don't think so. But that's pretty much it for the show. So for Sleazy.
For the fat man.
This is The Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain of the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a well-gone
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the GERE Network.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Ryan Wolf.
Hey, Mr. Perez.
From the Better Live Than Dead podcast. You can catch the Better Live Than Dead podcast on the GERE Radio Network, BetterLiveThanDead.com, and wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right.
With that being said, hey, we talk about sports, we talk about music, we talk about entertainment.
I make things really awkward sometimes.
That sounds about right.
Uh-huh.
With that being said, though, as you always know, we are Better Live Than Dead.
You're not.
We'll catch you sometime very soon.